Hey guys, welcome back. So actually today I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video, and I thought I would have a little chat with you guys and talk to you about how I got the job at MAC, since I've actually had quite a few questions about that. Basically it's been a really long process for me, I'm not gonna lie. So I decided, I'm gonna start from the beginning. I hope this video isn't too long, but anyways, I decided about I guess last December, like the December that just passed, I decided that I wanted to be a makeup artist. So I was going to university, I was studying human relations, and honestly, like, as much as I loved what I was studying because I love helping people, I knew that my real passion in life was doing makeup. And basically I had learned how to do makeup off of YouTube and off of practicing by myself and really spending the little money that I had on cosmetics and discovering new products and all of those things. And I don't know, like, I decided that I wanted to be a makeup artist, and actually my dad is the one who encouraged me to do it. Believe it or not. I would never in a million years have thought that he would have supported something like that for me, but he was the one who brought it up, and he was the one who told me, like, hey Alex, if this is what you really love to do, I'm willing to support you and to, you know, send you to school to become a makeup artist. So I signed up for Collège Interdec here in Montreal, and I signed up for the artistic makeup program. So the program has 3 modules. The first one is fashion and beauty. The second one is special effects. And the third one is, I'm not too sure, it's more of like the artistic side of things. I don't really know what it's called though. So basically right now I did the night courses because I was going to university and I was taking my night courses at the same time. So instead of taking me 3 months, the first module has taken me 6. I'm finishing the first module soon at the end of August, so next month I'm gonna have my portfolio and everything like that. So that's very exciting for me. And as much as it was expensive and all of the above, I think that it was really worth it, because I have to say that throughout the past few months I have improved in my makeup skills enormously. Like, I would actually consider myself a makeup artist now. Obviously my teacher who teaches us the makeup at school worked at MAC for a while. She worked at the MAC Pro store in Montreal, and she encouraged us all to apply to work at MAC because she said that it was a really good experience. And she told us, which this is completely true, that it was like the one job that we would have where we would learn every single day, you know, more and more how to do makeup, because we practice every day. So I've always wanted to work at MAC because I love MAC, so does everybody else. And I've applied so many times and I never got a call, I never got an interview or anything, but I was really super persistent. And I applied online because my dad knew somebody who told me to send my resume and my cover letter and everything to the specific email, so I did. The lady told me that she's going to forward my resume to the sector that, you know, that hires people. And I still never got a phone call, and I was really upset and I didn't understand. So anyways, I went on and I was working for Stila Cosmetics for a while as a freelance makeup artist, and I was doing events here and there, but it really wasn't enough to like sustain me, because I was only getting like 2 or 3 events per month. So at the same time I was working at a little cafe called Java U, and I was just making coffee and serving, like, sort of being just being a server. And then I decided that I was going to apply to, you know, a full-time job in the cosmetic industry. So there's a place here, there's a store in Canada called The Bay, and The Bay has a huge cosmetic section. So in the cosmetic section they have counters. It's kind of like Sephora, and the counters are, for example, they have Chanel, they have Dior, they have NARS, they have, you know, a whole bunch of different counters. And I ended up getting a job at Guerlain. So Guerlain is, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure you all know, is another cosmetic brand that started off as making, you know, perfumes. And then they expanded to skincare and cosmetics, and it's a very high-end, expensive cosmetic brand. So I was really excited about this job, and it's not that I didn't enjoy it, it was just that I literally had not applied a single makeup on a customer since I'd started the job, and that's not what I was in it for. As much as I loved the cosmetics that were sold there, it was really literally 100% sales, and there was no makeup, that I wasn't applying makeup on anybody. So that was really just, it was kind of boring for me, because that's not, I didn't want to be a salesperson. I wanted to be a makeup artist, and I wanted to learn every day, if you guys know what I mean. So anyways, I was working there, and it was pretty good money. It wasn't bad. I got commission and everything. And as I was working there, I got a call from the manager at MAC, at Rockland, which is where I work in Montreal. Rockland is the shopping center. And I was so excited when I heard her voice. Like she told me like, hi, this is, you know, Marie-Pierre, and I'm calling from MAC Cosmetics in Rockland. And I was like, almost started crying. Like, obviously I didn't make it obvious on the phone, but I was so excited and I was so happy. And anyway, she asked me to come in for an interview. So I went in for an interview, for the first interview, and I sat down with her at Starbucks, and we talked a little bit. And, you know, I studied, you know, before, and I did my research, and I really, you know, studied the brand. Even though I knew so much about it already, I wanted to make sure that during the interview I didn't mess up. So anyways, I realized that my friend Nada, who I went to Concordia with, Concordia is the university I went to, who I went to school with, she worked at MAC Cosmetics. She's been working there for years and years and years. And I remember her telling me when we were in class together that she worked at MAC, and I was so jealous. And she ended up putting in a good word for me, because she knew that I was studying an interdec, and that she saw like my makeup on Facebook, and she saw that I was really good. So she ended up recommending me to the manager, because they were looking for girls for on-call, which I'll explain that to you guys in a second what that is, because it was prom season, and prom season is crazy busy at MAC. I mean, for the whole 2 weeks of prom season, we were booked from morning till night with appointments, and we were full staff and doing 5 makeup appointments at a time, and it was insane, but really fun at the same time. And so she knew that they were hiring for that, so she recommended me, and that's actually how I got in the end. So I'm so super grateful to her, and I will never be able to thank her enough. But anyway, so I went in for the interview, and she asked me questions about myself, questions about my makeup background, questions about, you know, why I wanted to do makeup, what I loved about makeup, what I knew about MAC, which was my favorite product at MAC, just like really basic questions that you would get in any kind of interview. So then the interview went well, and she told me, she was like, I'm gonna call you and let you know. She's like, I'm almost 100% sure that we're gonna call you for a second interview, but I'm still gonna call you and let you know. So I went downstairs, and before I could even exit the mall, she called me and she asked me to come in for a second interview. So that was amazing, because I think we really clicked right away, and I think she liked me. So, well, I know she liked me now, but at the time I was like, oh, this must mean she likes me. So I went in. The second interview was about a week later, and I had to bring in a model. I didn't do any group interviews, because I think because I was only for on-call, like, I'm not sure about this, but I think that because I was only for on-call, we didn't do a lot of group interviews, or they didn't do group interviews or something. But the next interview was a makeup interview. So she told me to bring in a model. So I brought my sister with me, and they put me in like the little room in the back, the makeup room. And she told me that I could choose whichever products that I want from the store, and that I would have to do makeup on my sister. And my sister was the one giving me sort of like the scenario and an event that she was going to, that she wanted makeup for. So that evening we were going out for, like, I think for my dad's wife's birthday or something like that. So she asked me to do her makeup for that. So I did a really, really nice neutral sort of like smoky eye with a neutral lip, and, you know, some contouring blush, and, you know, the things that I normally do. And the manager came in, and she was really, really impressed with my makeup. And we also had to apply false lashes. That was part of it. And she asked me to turn it into a night look. But then she realized that the store was really busy and she didn't have that much time. So she just asked me to do a red lip instead of a nude lip. So I freaked out when I heard that, because to be honest, at the time, like, now I'm a lot better, but at the time red lips freaked me out, because it's really hard. For me personally, lips are the hardest part of makeup. Not anymore, but at the time when I was learning, it was the hardest part for me, because especially red lips, because the liner and the lipstick and everything. Like if you make the smallest mistake, it shows, and a red lip to me needs to be perfect. So I kind of freaked out, but I did it anyways, and I did my best. And I still remember I ended up using cherry lip liner and Russian red lip gloss over top. I didn't even use a lipstick, and it actually looked amazing. So she saw the work that I did and she loved it, and she told me that she was gonna call me back and let me know if I got the position. So anyways, a few days went by and I was really anxious, and she finally ended up calling me back and told me that I got the job and offered me the position. So the only thing is that with on-call, you're not guaranteed any hours. On-call just means that if they need you, they can call you and you can come in. And you were hired by a specific store, but any store in the place that you're living in can call you and ask you to do shifts for them, because you're in like the on-call registry. So even though I work at Rockland, I could be called for, you know, Ogilvy's downtown or Fairview or wherever, and they can ask me to work a shift for them if someone's sick or if they need somebody. So I went, so anyway, she called me and offered me the on-call position, and I was so happy. And I was hired with, I think, another 2 girls or 3 girls, I'm not really sure. And so I went in for my first shift, and right away, I mean, obviously you guys know, because I watch YouTube and everything, I know a lot about MAC Cosmetics, and also because of my schooling that I did at Interdeck, they teach us everything about the foundation colors and everything. So I was already very knowledgeable about the products in the store. And because of school and because of all the practice that I've done in my life, I already knew a lot about how to do makeup, and they threw me right away into the makeup, which they're not really supposed to do, because you're supposed to get the training at MAC before you're technically allowed to do makeup on people. But because it was prom week, they gave me appointments right away, and they saw that everybody that I did their makeup really liked what I did, so they kept giving me makeup appointments, which was really fun for me, because A, it gave me a lot of practice, and B, I love doing makeup. So it was like a win-win situation for me. So I was really nervous at first, because I left my full-time job at Guerlain with commission and everything to go for a job at MAC, which I didn't know if I was even gonna work 1 day in a week, you know, but I decided to take the chance because I thought that it would be a good opportunity for me. So the good news is that I've been working there for about a month and a half, 2 months now, and I've been working 4 to 5 days a week. They really love me, so they're giving me a lot of shifts, which is amazing. And another amazing thing, which is like this amazing news that I have to share with you guys, is that they offered me a contract position. It's a 10-hour position for the next year, because the girl that had the contract position for 10 hours at my store, which is Nada, my friend from Concordia, she got a contract position for a year in Laval for a third key, which is a management position. So I'm sort of taking over her position, and she's going for a contract. So I'm so happy, and I'm so grateful, because you're not supposed to be able to get a permanent position or a contract position until you've been with the company for 6 months. And they really, I mean, obviously I think that they really like me, because they have, and it's not to sound like cocky or anything, but I just I get along really well with the staff. I know what I'm doing, I know my products, you know, and I'm dedicated, and I work hard, and I say yes every single time they call me for a shift. And that's really important, guys, that if you get a job at MAC, the really important thing is if you get hired as on-call, which is like the majority of the time, that's how you first get hired, you know, you have to make yourself fully available. And it sounds crazy, but if you say yes to all the shifts that they give you, they're gonna see that you're really dedicated, you're really motivated, and they're gonna call you to give you more shifts. They also look at everything. They're really picky. They look at how you present yourself, they look at how you do your makeup, they look at, you know, how you are with customers, they look at your product knowledge, they look at even, you know, for example, they assign us looks, because when new collections come out, we have to wear the makeup from the new collections, and they notice if you don't wear the looks that they assign you, you know? So I come in early, I come in before work, I don't get paid for it, I come in an hour early just so I can use the new products and put them on my face so that I'm following those rules, you know? So I really put in the extra effort and the extra mile to show them that I'm dedicated and that I really want to grow in the company. Another thing is that to show that you're really interested in growing in the company, you can apply for as many positions as you want. And that's what I've been doing. I applied for a 20-hour position at Fairview. I went for an interview, you know, like, so that shows that even though I don't get the position, it shows that I'm interested. And for example, something else that I'm going to share with you guys is that there's an assistant manager position that's opening up at my store, and I'm for sure going to apply for it. And I'm going to say right now that I probably won't get it because I'm only on a 10-hour contract right now, and I've only been working for the company for, you know, like a month and a half, 2 months, compared to other people that have been working there for years. But at the same time, why not try? Like, I mean, they like me. Maybe I will get the position. I probably won't. But at the same time, it shows how dedicated I am and how much I want this. So, you know, those are just like some tips and tricks. I wanted to really like inform you guys about, I don't know, my journey on how I got my job at MAC, because a lot of you guys were asking me, and I thought that maybe it was something that would interest you. For those of you that are makeup artists and you're starting out, I really encourage you to get a job at MAC, because it's the best job that you can have. Honestly, I spend my day doing makeup. Today I went to work. I started work at 10 o'clock in the morning. I had a makeup appointment right away. I did a beautiful smoky eye. Then after that, I did 4 more makeups, and they weren't even appointments, but I did touch-ups. I did like eye makeup. I did, you know what I mean? So all day long, I'm practicing, and it really shows in my work. And now when I go to class, my teacher can't believe how amazing like my makeup looks and how much I've improved over the past, I don't know, 2 months, you know? So it really is such an amazing opportunity for those of you that are starting out, because I personally think, and even seeing the girls that do makeup and the guy that does makeup at my store with me, they are phenomenal makeup artists. And I think that I personally think that the best makeup artists come out of MAC. So anyways, I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and, you know, good luck for those of you that are applying. If you don't get the job right away, just keep trying. I know it sounds crazy, but just keep pushing, be persistent, show them how interested you are, and eventually, like, if you're super dedicated and you have what they want, they will hire you. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.